Hello, friends. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Sports Talk with B. Watts Entertainment, and I'm your host, Bernard Watts. Today's show, uh, we want to talk about Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes. Now, I want to let you know who's their top five receivers that's coming in this year. I'm telling you, they are the best wide receivers group in the conference this year, in the Big 12, my opinion. Uh, Even though I'm naming these top five players from the wide receiver position, keep in mind there are some more other wide receivers on this team that gonna make an impact for Colorado this year, and they are important. They are important pieces for them to win the Big 12 conference and to make it to the playoff this year. So if you're tuned in, thank you for tuning in. If you don't mind, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get 50 subscribers by the end of this month to take me to 500 subscribers. So if you don't mind, go through and watch some of the more videos that I have posted already on YouTube if you don't mind. And also, stop by my Instagram page, my Facebook page, and my Twitter page, better known as X, Bernard Watts. Subscribe, send me an invite, and check out the things that I got going over there also, if you don't mind. All right? All right. Hey, want to say I seen somewhere online that Coach Prime has gotten another defense line coach that I saw. I forgot his name. I think his name is. I had it wrote down somewhere. I forgot what I did with it, y'all. Hold on for a minute before I start the show. I had it wrote down somewhere. I forgot where I had it wrote down at. Yeah, he got another defensive line coach. That don't sneak. Coach Prime been doing don't sneak that in on us. What are you doing? Who you think you fooling? Yeah, I'm telling you. But let's get down to the nitty gritty. All right. Hey, top five players. The top five players that will make a major impact on the wide receiver group coming in this season. Five wide receivers that gonna make a major impact for Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes this year. Coming in at number five on my list, Omar Miller. Last year, he had a good game against USC, remember? He's 6'2", 200 pounds. This is his second year. He had a total of 11 catches. He had 234 yards, and he had one TD. Most of all of them receptions and yards and that one TD came against USC. And he kind of, I don't know what happened to him. He kind of fell off a little bit. But I think he's going to be better this year because he done got the experience that he need last year playing in a big game like that. So I'm looking for big things for him. I think he's going to be one of the top five receivers that going to make a difference this year. That's Omar Miller. He should have a breakout year this year. I believe he will. I believe he can. And I know last year, once again, he was a freshman. But this year, like I said, he should be more comfortable with Shedeur. He should be more comfortable with the college game. He should be more comfortable playing on a level and with all the attention that they have gotten so far this year and last year. So I'm looking for big things from him. All right. My number four wide receiver that going to make a major impact this year, Jimmy Horn Jr. Now, last year, Jimmy Horn Jr. was the second leading receiver on the team last year. His numbers was he had 58 receptions. He had 567 yards, and he had a total of 6 touchdowns. He will be important for this offense to click this year. He should come in better, and he should be one of the top fastest wide receivers on the team. He know how to take the top off the defense. Last year, I think they kind of used him in the wrong formation. I think he should have been the X, or now Travis Hunter's the Y. He should have been the X on the offense to stretch the defense more, and should have had Travis working underneath patterns. So I think that Jimmy Horn Jr., he's to come in at number 4, and he gonna make a major impact for Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffalo this year. I believe that, and I know that, and he will. But this next guy is gonna be pressing him real hard, y'all. This next guy that I've been name, he coming after that position that Jimmy Horn Jr. hold, and that's that slot position. His name is LeJounte Webster. LeJounte Webster, I'm telling you, is going to put more pressure on Coach Prime to make a decision between him and Jimmy Horn Jr. Now listen to the stat that this dude put up. Now he coming in from Florida Atlantic University, right? He caught 108 balls last year. What? That blew my mind when I looked up his stat. He caught 108 balls last year, y'all. Also, he had over 1,200 yard reception. 1,200 in one season. And he had a total of 8 touchdowns. This dude, what? It's going to be hard to keep this dude off the field, y'all. And you know why? You remember when Shedeur went on Instagram and said, I want him. 2 days later, Coach Prime done had him. He was up there in Colorado and signed everything. He done signed over and jumped ship and everything. He done transfer and everything. LeJounte Webster is the number 3 wide receiver on my list that's gonna make a major impact for Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffalo this year. Remember that name, LeJounte Webster. He had 108 receptions. He had 1,200 yard receiving. He had a total of 8 touchdowns. And check this out now. He's 5'11". He's 170 pounds. And he was the seventh now, leading receiver in the country of all last year, of all receivers. In the country, all receivers. He came in 7th with them numbers right there. And also, check this out. Listen now. He had 4 kickoff returns for touchdowns. He had 3 punt returns for touchdowns playing at Florida Atlantic University. LeJounte Webster coming in at number 3. They're going to have a major impact on this season for Colorado this year. And he's going to be pushing. Yeah, I said he's going to be pushing Jimmy Horn Jr. for that starting slot position. You watch and see. Yes, he is. Coach Prime going to have to make a decision because this guy is good. It's going to be hard to keep LeJounte Webster off the field. It's going to be hard, y'all, on that offensive side of the ball. Pat Sherman, I'm sure, don't watch these tapes of it. I'm sure Shedeur going to want him out there. You only have 3 or maybe 4 wide receivers out there if they play with a tight end. So that's a lot. I'm telling you, man, this wide receiver group Coach Prime done brought in. Oh, man, it's going to be some wide receivers. There's a lot of them I done left out to live, and I believe they're going to hit that transfer portal come spring. They don't have no room for them. They just don't. So it's going to be coming down to the practice and spring practice this year and the spring game to see who's going to lock down these starting positions. But these just my top 5. All right, check this out. So I don't give you my bottom 3. There were Omar Miller, Jimmy Horn Jr., and LeJounte Webster. Well, my number 2 wide receivers, they're going to make a major impact this year. Will Shepherd from Vanderbilt. He came in from Vanderbilt. He's 6'3", 200 pounds. He reminds me of Randy Moss type wide receiver. And he can stretch the field. This dude had a total of 2,100 yards in his career from Vanderbilt. 2,000 yards, over 2,000 yards wide receiver, and 21. He had 21 total touchdowns, man. What's up, Richard? How you doing, man? Yeah, we're talking about the favorite team. Hey, if you're tuning in, if you don't mind subscribing to my channel, I really would appreciate that. But Will Shepherd is coming in at number 2. He's going to have a major say about how far this team go in the Big 12 this year. Once again, I think they got the top wide receiver group in the country, not just in the conference, but I'm saying in the country. And the number 1 wide receiver that's going to make a major impact this year, if he don't get hurt, Travis Hunter. We all know what Travis Hunter brings to the table. He had 57 catches last year. He had a total of 721 yards, and he had a total of 5 touchdowns. Keep in mind, he played both ways. He plays on the defensive side, too. He's a defensive cornerback. He had 30 tackles over there. He had 3 interceptions. And he was the first team All-American also. But it's some more players. They're going to get some playing time, but they won't be starters. Now, I want you to keep your eyes on these 2 wide receivers that I'm going to name right now. I'm telling you, I talked about them this morning, and they're going to have a major impact, right? Check this out now. Traylon Miller from Houston, Texas. This dude going to get some playing time, y'all. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be a starter or going to be a star, but it's going to be hard for Coach Prime to keep this dude off the field. And I know he's a freshman, but this dude can ball, y'all. He can ball, man. I watched the videos, dude. This dude is tough. I'm telling you, there's another one that's going to be pushing. They're going to be pushing for this starting position. And his name is Cam McHale. Cam McHale is from Statesboro, Georgia. Cam McHale, probably the fastest person. Now, Cam McHale ran a 10.5 in 100-yard meters last year. Now, that's fast. Now, I don't know what his 40 time is, but he ran a 10.5 in the 100-meter yard. Cam McHale from Statesboro, Georgia. This dude, man, I was watching the videos, y'all. It looked like they shot him out of a cannon when he went through that line of scrimmage. I'm serious. He was running so fast, man, the camera couldn't even keep up with it. Subscribe to my channel while you're in, if you don't mind. I appreciate it. But check this out now. Cam McHale, if he don't start, he going to be the punt returner or the kickoff returner. Between him and LeJontay Webster, I think they're going to sneak LeJontay Webster in that starting lineup. So I think they're going to go 4 wide. Even though they saying they're going to run a tight end this year, I just don't see it. I just don't see it because they got too many talent at that wide receiver position. And really, I want them to have a running game this year, but I don't think they're going to commit to that, man. I really don't. So I think they're going to open this thing up to a 4 wide receiver, and that's where LeJontay Webster going to fall in at. He's going to be that 4th wide receiver. Now, what you got them going to be pushing for some playing time whenever they run a 5, whenever they just spread it out with 5 wide receivers, those 5 there wide receivers going to be on the field. Omar Miller, LeJontay Webster, Jimmy Horn Jr., Will Shepherd, and Travis Hunter. They're going to be the top 5 receivers on the field when they open it up and want to go for a shootout, right? But I'm here to tell you, it's going to be hard to keep Cam McHale off that football field on the offensive side of the ball as a wide receiver. Now, they also got another wide receiver by the name of Terrell Timmons. Now, I've been hearing his name, but I ain't never seen him play. I don't see no highlights of him nowhere. But they say he's real good. And also, well, you can't count baby T.O. out, y'all. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, he gonna be some dude. Now, this spring, when this spring practice over with, if these guys don't get no playing time, I think they're gonna lose 2 wide receivers in the transfer portal. They just is, because there ain't gonna be no playing time. These guys are really, real good. They some dogs. They want to play football, y'all. They want to play football. Subscribe to my channel while you're here. If you don't mind, I appreciate it. But I'm telling you, they are bona fide wide receivers. They just are. Like I say, Omar Miller, he had a freshman year. His freshman year, he had 1 good game. He probably was nervous, probably ain't used to the college life. He probably wasn't used to the college football life. You know, they're bigger and faster in college than they is high school. But like I said, he finished with a total of 11 receptions, 234 yards, and 1 touchdown. And most of that came against USC. He got all of that in that USC game. But after that, he kind of just fell off. But he should have been, I think he should have matured a little bit more. And I think he should have been on got his confidence up because he should be used to the college game coming up this year. And once again, you got LeJohntay Webster. They say he's supposed to be the fastest one on the team. From what I hear, he's supposed to be the fastest person on the team. Him and Dylan Edwards. But I'm telling you, Cam McKay right behind him. He ain't too far behind him. Also, you got Jimmy Horn Jr. If Jimmy Horn Jr. start off dropping passes like he did last year and have a bad game and ain't concentrate, oh man, that can open up the door for Baby T.O., Traylon Miller, and Cam McKay. I'm telling you, I'm looking for an exciting year this year from Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffalo. They got 5 legit, and they NFL talent wide receivers right here coming out for this year. Total 5. These 5 I just named, they bona fide, legit wide receivers that should make an impact on the Big 12 conference this year. If I left off anybody or who you think gonna have a breakout year, put it down in the comments if you don't mind. What wide receiver you think gonna have a breakout year? They're gonna have a big year and helping Colorado make the playoff this year. Put their name down in the comments if you don't mind. Colorado running backs are 5'8", 188. Okay, all right. With that Debo, the guard, he said Colorado running backs are 5'8", 180 pounds a piece, pass blocking from the running back. You right about that. They gonna need that. They really gonna need somebody to step up in there to block. Now I hope it ain't Dylan Edwards. God, the way he blocked last year, oh man, we don't need that. We don't need that. He said no pass blocking. I think they'll have a pass block from the that Savion. He's still back. He's gonna be back, and he's a big runner. He's bigger than Dylan Edwards. He should be able to step up and block. Also, what y'all gonna step up and block? The running back that had the ACL tear. What's his name? I forget his name. There's so many players on here. Alto McCaskill. He should be able to step up and block real good. They need a bruiser back, man. I've been saying that for the longest, man. We're going to see. But they got a Ricky. A freshman. That should be that. This dude was pumping up about 300 to 400 pound bench press in the weight room. Man, he repped that thing about 10 times. What do you think about the O-line this year? The O-line, but I think Miller is going to have a breakout year as far as the wide receiver. I agree. He should, Debo. But what I think about the offensive line this year, the offensive line is going to be great. Going to be better than it was last year, and I'm going to tell you why. They got 5 offensive linemen. They're going to make a major impact on Colorado this year. Caleb Benson, Tyler Johnson. Who's the other one? Who I'm missing? Justin Myers and the big man, Jordan C. That offensive line is gonna be. If they ain't gonna be the best offensive line in the conference, they're gonna be up there. They're gonna be up there. If you look at their record from the past, now this dude named Caleb Benson, he gave up 1 sack all last year for Indiana. Justin Myers gave up 1 sack all last year for UTEP. Now, if they bring that kind of attitude and that kind of physicality to Colorado, that offensive line should be a beast. And that running game should be one of the best running games in the conference if Coach Prime and Pat Sherman, the offensive coordinator, stick with it. Because the running back, what's his name? Alton McCaskill, if he's healthy from the ACL tear. Now, when you come back from an ACL tear, it's just like Kyle Pitts from Atlanta Falcons. After you had that happen to you, Man, you come back scared, you're going to get hit again. That's why the Atlanta Falcons at that tight end position have been doing good because he's scared he's going to get hit again. He ain't the same player he was the first year. He's not. So if Alvin McCaskey can come back and don't have the fear of him hurting his knee again, he should be all right. Because he remind me of Eric Dickerson and Adrian Peterson when he ran up there in Houston 2 years ago. This dude was a dog, man. He was a dog. See my things, I watched Colorado from start to finish. They had the mentality of front runner, but they didn't have the grind to come in, the mentality. They should have came in and the underdog mindset. I agree. But I'm telling you what things turned for Colorado. You know when Shadua, they were playing Colorado State. That's why the dude had a target on the back the whole year. I hope he don't come back to them. He went out there showing that watch and doing all that. And them kids ain't got nothing, man. They ain't got the NIL deal like he did. And once he went out there started showing that watch, that when their whole season fell off, man. Inside the locker room probably got mad at it, and them other teams out there got mad at it. You can't do that as a young player in college, and the other players around him and on other teams don't have that. Go out there and do the work, and you do that stuff on the off the field. You know, it's for Instagram, Twitter, you do all that stuff for that. But don't do it during the game. Don't be out there doing that during the game. You do it? No, keep that out of the game, man. Just go out there and play. Don't put yourself, and your teammate in harm's way. That's how you put a target on your back. Your dad didn't do that. Coach Prime didn't go out there doing all that. Coach Prime that went out there styling. Yeah, with that football. Yeah, he did all he talking on that football field. He didn't do all that with the jury and all that. Coach Prime, even though he wore it, he didn't flash it, man. He didn't flash it. He just brought charisma to the game. Coach Prime, when he was playing at Deion Center prime time in Atlanta Falcons, San Francisco, and the Cowboys, he just went out there, and when he picked off a play, interception, and ran it in, he just added a little extra with the dance at the end. But all that right there, man, you a quarterback, and you know they coming out to hurt you. You know that. And that's when they fell apart, when he started doing that. If he keep that out the game and just go out there and play, they should be all right, man. I predict them to go 10-2. But it's two positions that I hope they cover from the transfer portal. That's a middle linebacker, that's a real dog, and they need one more defensive tackle to go in there. That's my point of view. That's how I see it, and I hope Coach Prime addressed that. He already know it because when he was out there for the Super Bowl at the NFL Honors, he walked up on Tito Spike and said, "Hey, I need one of these right here, a middle linebacker just like this." It ain't gonna be hard for him to find one like Tito Spike. Tito Spike was a bad dude when he played for Cincinnati, boy. What? I'm telling you. Hey, but check this out. All eyes on you. You know, Tupac got a song that said, "All eyes on me." All eyes are gonna be on them two coordinators, the defensive coordinator and the offensive coordinator. Pat Sherman, Tupac got all eyes gonna be on you. Defensive coordinator, Robert Levinson, all eyes on you. If everything go well, they're gonna get all kind of praise and might get some more jobs off. But if it goes south, everybody gonna blame it on them. Yeah, because they in charge. That's why if Coach Prime, if they doing something, Coach Prime tell them is something they don't want to do, I wouldn't do it, man. Because their career is on the line also. The only way Pat Sherman going to get back to the NFL, he got to do good with this team coming up. He got to put Colorado offensive player in a position that so they can win. And on the defensive side of the ball, that go the same thing for Robert Levinson. He got to put them players in a position so they can win as a defensive coordinator. And his career to get back in the NFL as a defensive coordinator or a head coach, because that's the next step he wants. And I know he's doing, he's still young, or to be a head coach in college. He has to put those players in a position that they can win, and he got to know when to dial it up on his opposition. Yeah, he got to know when to dial it up. And the players on the team gonna have to deliver. They got to deliver. They can't go out there last year Yeah, you know how the other team are running that little 3 yards off the ball from wide receiver, 3 yards off the ball, and ran that slant across the middle. That kept running, and Colorado couldn't stop it. That can't happen this year. It can't happen this year, y'all. It just can't happen this year. That crossing power. They can't have that this year. They got to have a defensive cornerback, got to be up front and jamming. I don't know who's going to play that other cornerback on the other side of Travis Hunter. Everybody keep hollering McLean, but I think that he's just too lightweight to play over there to me. So I'm looking to see who's going to come out of spring practice as the opposite side cornerback for Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffalo this year. I am. I'm really looking for that. But once again, my top 5 receivers that going to make a major impact this year, I'm finna give it to you again, and we're going to be out of here. Subscribe to my channel if you're still tuning in, and if you watch later, please subscribe to my channel. I sure appreciate it. Hit that like button also. Hey, my top 5 wide receivers. Omar Miller, 6'2", 220 pounds. He had 11 catches, 234 yards, and 1 TD. I think he's ready to have a breakout year this year. He ought to be comfortable with his duel. He ought to be comfortable up there in Colorado. He ought to be comfortable with that offensive scheme they finna get ready to run, because he was up there in the practice with Coach Sherman. Number 4 wide receivers that gonna make an impact. My list is Jimmy Horn Jr. Looking for Jimmy Horn Jr. to bounce back. He had a lot of drops last year in key moments of the games. He had a total of 58 receptions, 567 yards, and he had a total of 6 touchdowns. He must have an impact year this year, because this is last year if he want to make it to the NFL. If he want to make it to the NFL, he got to come out ready to rock and roll. And number 3 wide receiver, but I'm telling you, this dude might be one of the MVPs of the offense this year, LaJohntay Webster. If he get a chance to start, this dude probably put up all kind of records. Yeah. Last year for Florida Atlantic University, he caught 108 passes. 108 passes in one season. That's a lot of catches, y'all. Also, he had a total of 1,200 yard reception. And he was the 7th leading receiver in the country in reception. Yeah, 7. He was number 7. I'm trying to figure out who was 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Had better numbers than this dude. He had a total of 8 touchdowns in reception. He had 4 kickoff return reception, 3 punt return reception. That means this dude is a TD man. He scored touchdown. He scored touchdown. He scored touchdown. Yeah, you seen Sean Lewis got a head coaching job after me and DeMoe. Yeah, that's something else, ain't it? Yeah, you had that already planned out, man. Yeah. So they're coming in at number 2, Will Shepherd. Will Shepherd, if he put up the same numbers and be that same kind of receiver that he was in Vanderbilt, he should have an outstanding year. And like I said, this offense should be the most powerful offense in the Big 12 Conference this year. And the number 1 wide receiver, he's a playmaker. He know how to get open. You just throw it to him, and he's going to catch the ball. That's Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter, before he got hurt, had a total of 57 receptions. He had over 700 yard receptions, and he had a total of 5 touchdowns. And we already know he played both ways. He played both sides of the football, on the defensive side also. So we looking for big things from this wide receiver group that's getting ready to play this year. Coming in this year, those my top 5 receivers. They're going to make a major impact for Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffalo. And I'm telling you, it's enough to win the Big 12 Conference this year. I predict them to go 10-2. And if they, Coach Prime and his staff go out and get two more players, a linebacker and a defensive tackle, it's a good possibility they can run the tables in the Big 12. I said it. I know they didn't win 4 games last year, but this team is way more talented than it was last year. Way more. I'm telling you, they just 2 players away from running the table to me. Nebraska ain't gonna beat them. Kansas, they gonna do a little pushback, but they ain't gonna beat them. Kansas State gonna give them a little pushback. They're not gonna beat them. Utah, Definitely gonna give him a pushback. But I'm telling you, if the mental part is right and they bring that physicality to the game, Utah ain't gonna beat them either. It's just not, y'all. You got Oklahoma State. They not gonna be. They gonna be good. They gonna give them a pushback. The only problem Colorado gonna have is on the road. When they go on the road and play nobody, all of the scratching. If they stay focused and mentally tough and physically tough and get that running game going and stop the opposition running game, they gonna win a lot of games. This team just too talented. And if Shador come out, this is last year. I'm serious. If he come out with a mentality and get rid of that ball, 1001, 1002, and throw that ball on 1003, they're going to have a good year. Shador was the best pocket passer last year in college football that I saw from all other quarterbacks that played. Him and Michael Penix, they were the best two quarterbacks from a pocket wide quarterback that can throw the ball. And if a receiver's not open, Shador don't hold the ball. Take off and run. Get what you can. Get what you can, Shador. Get what you can. 2 or 3 yard running. Don't take no sacks. You know, I heard him also on Cam Newton podcast when he was out there in the Super Bowl. He said he didn't like the offense that Sean Lewis was running because he said the wide receivers had an option route that they can run. I said, wow, an option route. He said they can go in or out, but he had to wait to see which way they were going to go because he didn't know at times they read the defense wrong. That's why he would have to hold on to the ball because they had options to run their routes. So I'm sure Pat Sherman's going to straighten that out. Because whatever play you call, you expect that wide receiver to get there. Because you see in the pros, some of them quarterbacks, they throw the ball to the spot that you're supposed to be at before the wide receiver make his cut. For the wide receiver turn around, the ball already there. When the wide receiver get ready to come out his cut and turn, the ball is there. That's where a quarterback should be. That's a timing play. That's a timing play. If a wide receiver run a 10 and out, on that 7th step that wide receiver take, that ball should be on the way. And by the time he take 3 more steps and cut and turn, the ball should be there, catch it, and gone, or run out of bounds, or whatever you're going to do. Yeah, that's a timing play. Wide receiver shouldn't have no option. Whatever play called, that's what you need to do. But wide receiver got to be smart now. If you call a play and you're supposed to run to a spot, let's say you're supposed to run all the way to the sideline, but you know that safety is over there, sometimes you might have to stop in the middle and find your area that's open and just stand there. And Shador should be able to hit you right there because you read the defense right. Yeah. So that's why I say Omar Miller, since he don't play, this will be his 2nd year playing with Shador, should be comfortable and playing that wide receiver for them this year. Now, the other teammates, wide receivers that haven't played with Shador, it might take them a little time to get adjusted to him or not. Because you know Travis Hunter, it don't matter where you throw it at. We know because they don't play together at Jackson State. That's why Shador was throwing to him a lot because he know him as a wide receiver and he know how to get open and he gonna make a play on the ball because he was comfortable with Travis Hunter. Yeah, Shador is more comfortable with Travis Hunter. That's why Travis Hunter gonna get majority of the throws from Shador. Him and now since Jimmy Horn is coming in as his 2nd year playing with him, he should be comfortable also. So he might get a lot of passes thrown to him because Shador is comfortable with him. He know where he's gonna be on the spot. But if Jimmy Horn keep dropping them balls, remember this name, Cam McHale from Statesboro, Georgia, gonna take his spot. Or LeJohntay West. They're gonna take his spot, man. It's gonna be a hard decision for Coach Prime to put them guys in front of Jimmy Horn because Coach Prime played with his dad, senior, in the NFL. And they got a special bond. They were friends. We understand that. But man, this season, expectation. This is the season they gotta win. Coach Prime got to put that out the way. Coach Prime got to go with his best. The best players, the best wide receiver, the person who's playing good. When they come out of spring practice, go with the people that put up and shut up. Yeah. If Baby T.O. come out there and ball out for you, he should start. I don't care if he is a freshman. I don't care. You want to win this year. If Baby T.O. go out there and outperform Will Shepherd, Baby T.O. should have that starting position. I don't care what. If he come out there and perform and do good, they should have that playing time, man. That's what they expect. Because if they don't, them guys gonna transfer, man. We're gonna lose 2 wide receivers in that transfer portal come April. I already see that coming. Because you got a lot of talent there, man. You got about 10 or 12 wide receivers that's really good. And you still got that guy named Terrell Timmons. You got Baby T.O., Traylon Miller, Cam McHale, Omar Miller, LeJontay Webster, Jimmy Horn Jr., Will Shepherd, Travis Hunter, and some more guys that I didn't even name. They want to play. And Coach Prime don't got to figure out a way to get them guys on the field. They do, y'all. Well, hey, that's my show tonight. I want to thank you for tuning in. Once again, if you're tuning in, or if you're watching later on when I get ready to post it, hit that like button for me, subscribe to my channel, and I will really appreciate you for doing that. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock a.m. and tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Thank you for tuning in. May God continue to bless you as well as your entire family, spiritually, education, and financially, that you may be the person, that your family may be the family that God wants it to be. Once again, good night, and thank you for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share the videos, and drop a comment in the comment section. I will appreciate that. All right? Until next time, y'all be blessed. Appreciate you. Nah, I didn't get it.